we're gonna talk about the letter S, and we're gonna do it in a sans serif, a serif, and a script style. So letter S is one of the more tricky ones to draw for sure. Before I get started on that, I should mention, as usual, you can grab these worksheets free on the blog in a Procreate file or a PDF to follow along. So the biggest thing beginners get wrong with the letter S is very similar to M and N, and they just tend to put the weight in the wrong place. With the letter S, all your weight is right here in what we call the spine. It is still a tricky one to get right because you're going off, if you can see, here is my frame of my letter. Whoops. And to balance it right, you are adding weight across it like that. So here's a trick to make it even easier. When you start your letter S, let's make sure I'm on a clean layer, draw a circle. So if you tap your finger down, you get a perfect circle, and I'm gonna go right to the mean line, and then I'm gonna draw another circle at the bottom. And remember, with curved letters, we have some overshoot. So we wanna go a little bit above the cap height and a little bit below the baseline. So I am now just going to tap the N and reduce the opacity of this layer. And if you struggle with drawing your letter frame, drawing an 8 can help you, because we're basically going to trace our 8 to give us the letter frame of our S. Just like that. And you can see now I'm almost perfectly, and I didn't even try, on my letter S. So if you're drawing a letter S from scratch, try using the number 8 as your base. That is the main trick with the letter S. All right, so let's draw one from scratch. So when I am coming from here, what I usually like to do is start thin and then come thick. And this is one where you refine a lot. So I know that I'm gonna kind of wanna come around here, and then I'm gonna get thicker through the spine. So this is one where you can be loose and sketchy and then redraw it. Usually for balance with the S, you want this part to be a little inside of this, and then you want this part to be out more this way. This part to be in, this part to be out. And that helps it look more balanced. And it can be quite subtle and still make a difference. Oh, I didn't erase my line. And then, as always, I like to fill it because that really helps me refine it and kind of visually balance it better. Right now it looks a little funky to me, so I just spend a lot of time coming back and forth and playing with my weight. That line right there helped a lot for balance. Sometimes you might want to add a little more weight down here. So really just play with it and keep refining it, erasing and adding until you get to a place where you feel like it looks balanced to you. I think we're getting there. And eventually it will look like a great letter S. For the serif of the letter S, you have several different options. I'm gonna add a new layer just so I can kind of play with those for you. So you could do one that's more traditional where we add a line here and either kind of maybe go like that as our, you know what? I need to close that off so it doesn't fill in. So you could do a serif like that. And then maybe like at the bottom, you would taper it off a little more or something, or you could leave it. You have a lot of options with the letter. So I would probably taper it a little more like that. But my favorite style is more what I have done in the example images, and that is to add some kind of terminal, whether it be a teardrop like I've done here, a crescent, or a ball. So the teardrop is kind of like that. And you do that on both sides. The crescent more like that. I love that one too. And then sometimes I like to get big and swoopy at the bottom. So that one's always really cute. And then the ball one is literally just adding kind of a circle on each side. And you can mix and match these too. Like you could do a circle on this one. Oop. And maybe do that on that one. Again, this needs some refining, but just some ideas for you on, you know, kind of making them more playful, and you'd want to smooth out these connections and lines. For the lowercase s, it's exactly the same. For the letter S in the script, I decided to go with kind of a non-traditional. If we do a cursive S, it's actually more like this. So you could do that. I don't usually use that unless I'm trying to be more like a traditional cursive style. I prefer this kind of S. And again, we're just weighting the center, but you can see that it kind of, for the spine, we're adding weight on both sides of our initial sketch. So I would start with something like this. And you could do some fun, you know, flourishes up top too, but you're starting, I usually start on both sides like this and then adjust as needed, especially if I want to get more of a chunky look. I just keep filling out each side like that to make sure it's balanced. And then once you start adding color, refine again. For your lowercase, you're coming in, I always love to do a swoopy thing that goes through like this, and then all your weight is just right here. So it's quite simple. So it is a tricky one. Be patient with yourself. It's hard to get right, even as someone who has been doing this over a decade. But it also is one that you can still be playful and have a lot of fun with. Sometimes when it's not quite perfect, it's even more fun. So don't be intimidated by this one. Don't forget your letter or number 8 trick. That will help you a ton. You can even really do that with this script one, only you'd be having more like a, you know, cursive-y, italic kind of 8, but you could see how that could work for that as well. All right, I will see you for the letter T.